Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. I can't stand you guys. I can't do one video without a chain. Someone in the comments star, where is your chain? It is game on. I got my rapper chain on and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay? I love it. I love how you guys just love the shenanigans, love the theatrics, and honey, I'm here for it, okay? I'm here for it. Now, you guys know that there's an entire drama going on over there on Twitter. You know that Alex Bruesewitz, he has been exposing people who are affiliated with bot companies and how they have been using bots to attack Nicki, right? And you guys also know that I shared with you that Cardi B told Alex Bruesewitz that I'm gonna sue your ass, you dirty wet dog, cause I'm not affiliated with any such people. And then Alex was like, oh, really? Isn't this, XYZ, who you're affiliated with? So how is it that you're not affiliated with such people? And then someone else on Twitter posted a photograph of Cardi B and one such person, irrespective of the fact that she said that she's not affiliated with such people, right? They had evidence that she was in fact affiliated with such people, right? But then she said she knows nothing about what her partners do. She doesn't know about their investment and what they're involved in, which is what she should have said from the beginning. That is what she should have said. So now that, Alex Bruesewitz came out with his receipts, providing evidence, because Alex never said it was Cardi B directly who was doing it. He said Cardi B's people. He never said it was Cardi B. But Cardi B don't pay attention to words, so Cardi B came swinging at him, and he came back with just, more information proving his point. So, there was a bot brigade launch against Nicki, but now TMZ is coming out to say, study uncovers thousands of fake Nicki Minaj followers, right? Because you know that Nicki aligns herself with MAGA. Many people, they don't like Trump because no one voted for Trump. Absolutely no one voted for Trump. Trump just somehow miraculously became the president of the United States. Oh, I forget. My apologies. It was only Nicki Minaj who voted Trump. No one else voted Trump. Trump miraculously became the president of the United States just by Nicki Minaj vote. No one knows Trump. They haven't voted for him. Or at least that's how they're behaving, right? So all of a sudden, TMZ is coming out now to say, ever since Nicki Minaj has aligned herself with MAGA, Nicki has over 20,000 bot followers in her comment section praising her. A study has uncovered. So when they said the study has uncovered such thing, I was looking for them to put in some receipts and give us some examples. They have no receipts, nothing as evidence to back up their statement. They're only saying that ever since Nicki Minaj has aligned herself with MAGA, I'm going to read a report for you. And they're telling you that analysis shows where Nicki Minaj activity from November 11 to December 28 has found to have thousands of fake accounts. No. I'm going to tell you this. If Nicki Minaj used, or even if it was MAGA who did it for her or someone else randomly did it for her, what TMZ is saying is that they released more than 18,000 coordinated bots to praise Nicki and support Nicki. What is wrong with protection? What is wrong with Nicki protecting herself after she gets attacked so much? What is wrong? Hasn't that girl been getting attacked ever since she aligned herself with MAGA? Because everyone can choose their side, Everyone can choose their political side and their political agenda, but Nicki should not. 50 Cent can choose Trump. Jerul, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, they all can choose Trump. But Nicki should never choose Trump because she's a Caribbean woman and Caribbean people don't count. That's the only thing I can say. Because I don't understand why Nicki's getting so attacked. And there's so many people who choose Trump, performs at his events consistently. They're never attacked. But Nicki gets attacked. So this morning, TMZ is coming out. Did Rock Nation pay you for this, TMZ? Everyone on Twitter is saying, oh, it's Rock Nation. I don't know who did this, but this is reckless of TMZ to come with such allegations. Even if it's true, you need to show us the analytics and show us where they picked up that, because you're a media outlet. And if you are saying something, you're not alleging, you're telling us that this is what happened. You need to provide some receipts. But let me drag you on memories a bit to remind you guys what has been happening to Nicki and how heavily sabotaged this woman is, okay? So if you guys remember when Tony Busby came out with that lawsuit against Jay-Z and the VMA Bandits, right? That was back in December of 2024. Around the same time, late 2024, not 2025, not when Nicki aligned herself with MAGA, before Nicki aligned herself with MAGA. Nicki would go live on Instagram, and as Nicki goes live, give her 5 minutes, she would have millions of people on the live stream, both Bardi Gang and Barbs. They would be on the live stream, and the in-betweens, they would be on the live stream. And when she goes live on Insta, she connects it to a few other platforms, right? So she was on live and she said, this is weird. She said, Barbs, are you getting the notification? Drop a comment. There was no comment, nothing. Just people saying horrible stuff in the comment section. So she said, bots are taking over the live stream. She's going to end the live stream. When I went over to TikTok, it was a weekend. I remember it as though it was yesterday. It was a Friday night to be specific. When I headed over to TikTok, I saw some TikTokers saying they have witnessed the weirdest thing ever on an Instagram live. They said that normally when Nicki goes live, they get the notification and they go live. But the guy was saying someone had to tell him that Nicki was live, and when he went on the live, he was wondering where was everyone else who would normally join that live with them. They weren't seeing the familiar people who they would be chatting back and forth with and, going on with their gimmicks, because they said every time Nicki goes live, it would be a vibe, right? But for some reason, Nicki picked up that her live was being suppressed and getting attacked by bots, and she noticed that the live was just weird and it wasn't connecting across the other platforms as it normally would. And she came off it and she told her fans that who was there, she was going to come off because something is off about that live. And then many TikTokers started talking about it and proving that yes, something is in fact weird about that live stream. Then after that, Jaguar Wright basically said that they have been attacking her Instagram account, and when she goes live, they have been attacking her live stream. And she says she isn't the only one who was getting attacked. Now, if I didn't see Nicki Minaj live stream before that, I would have no idea what Jaguar Wright was talking about. But when Jaguar Wright said it, I realized that she was complaining about the same problem that Nicki was having. And then what Nicki did is that Nicki asked other people who had strong following to go live to see if the same thing would have happened to them. And the same thing never happened to those people. And that's how you know And that's when I knew, and that's how you can know when there's a targeted attack against an individual, right? So that has been going on where Nicki has been getting attacked with bots on social media for the longest while, right? And as you guys remember, I said to you, all celebrities use bots, okay? They all do. The only ones that may not are the ones who are not like into the social media, but once they're into social media, they all have bots. The Kardashians are one of the first people that I know to have bots out here. They are one of the people who made me realize that. And through the Kim Kardashian Ruined My Life guy, that's how that was disclosed to a lot of people. Kim wanted to control her comment section, right? So, coming back to what happened recently, after Alex Bruesewitz exposed the companies and what the companies had allegedly done to Nicki, this morning TMZ has released a report saying that research has shown, and they're not showing any bar graph, they're not showing any analytical data, it's just word of mouth. They say Nicki Minaj has been using her voice to prop up the MAGA movement, but a new study finds that her platforms have been reportedly boosted by an coordinated army of more than 18,000 bots. They're not telling us if it is 18,000 overall on every platform or on a single platform. And where are the bots coming from? They're not telling us if the bots are coming from MAGA, if the bots are coming from Nicki, or if they're just coming from a regular programmer out there, because programmers, they do release bots too. PR team, they release bots too. And if you have been following the Justin Baldoni case, you would know every PR firm uses bots. Everyone who is in the business uses bots, right? No, TMZ further states Politico shared the report. They said Politico shared the report. But I saw the Politico report as well. And I saw, based on what Alex Bruesewitz shared, the Politico report said that there was a bot hoax against Nicki, geared to target Nicki, attacking her. So you're telling me that Politico is showing both reports, that there's one that boosted Nicki and there was one that targeted Nicki negatively? Let's continue. So TMZ is saying Politico shared the report, which was compiled by the disinformation detect company Siabra. The same Siabra that Alex Bruesewitz was pointing out that these people use bot hoax against Nicki. So now Siabra is saying there was a coordinated of more than 18,000 bots that boosted Nicki's accounts since her alignment with MAGA. Now they're saying in it, analysis of Nicki's social media activity from November 11 to December 28 found that thousands of fake accounts use similar language to praise Nicki's post and attack authentic accounts who were critical of Nicki. What's wrong with that? They all do it. Then they're saying, according to Siabra, there was one day in December where 56% of all the comments on Nicki's political posts were fake. The report says this pattern suggests a deliberate attempt to integrate into genuine conversation, increasing the credibility and visibility of the amplified content. And Nicki's sworn enemy Cardi B once again caught astray. Nicki has been antagonizing Cardi B for years, but this time it was Trump advisor Alex Bruesewitz who dragged Cardi into the fray. Do you hear what TMZ says? Nicki has been antagonizing Cardi B for years. I've never seen it. If it has happened, I've never seen it. You know who I've seen and been antagonizing Nicki? Cardi B. When Cardi B was about to push her album out, it was all Nicki. I'm gonna outsell bitches. I'm gonna do this. And everything was geared around Nicki. I'm not saying that Nicki has never antagonized Cardi B, but I've never seen it. But I've seen Cardi B antagonizing Nicki. I've seen that. I've seen it. And just like what she did with Bruesewitz, after the people posted evidence that Cardi B was first, you're older than me. Why are you picking on me? When you were an artist, I was still in school. But when you were saying that you were going to outsell her, you didn't remember that when she was an artist, you were in school. Do you see the hypocrisy? The hypocrisy is really real. So now TMZ is saying Bruesewitz, who counts Nicki as a very close friend, called the report 100% BS. He posted Political's Jason Beeferman. He's also a fake news act who fails to disclose that the company that conducted this report, Siabra, is partnered with Cardi B's agents. That's true. They are partnered with Cardi B's agent. This statement prompted Cardi B to respond, posting, "I do not have anything to do with that and I don't give a F." Nicki has yet to comment. But Cardi B has something to do with that because some of the people who owns the company are in fact affiliated with Cardi B. So why isn't TMZ posting that part of the receipt that Alex Bruesewitz in fact proved that Cardi B is connected to Mike G and those people? And why aren't they posting the fact that Cardi B backtracked on her statements? Why are they not putting out that post that Cardi B did backtrack on their statements? On her own statement, after calling that man a dirty wet dog, she had to backtrack after Bruesewitz showed evidence that she's in fact associated with such affiliation. And she said she's not associated with such affiliation. Someone was able to prove that she is in fact associated with such affiliation. These people are liars. They just lie. And they'll do anything to make Nicki look like she's a horrible, disgusting human being when she's not. She's definitely not perfect, but half of the things that she gets blamed for, she's in fact innocent. And that's all we have to talk about in this video. Peace.